So I'm going to make sure the next 15 minutes you're not going to forget this purple lady because I forget myself. Thanks to the numerous medicines I take, that's what epilepsy is about. Epilepsy, that's called mirgee in Hindi. I'm sure you know about it, but I'm sure most of you don't want to acknowledge it. So what is epilepsy? It's called mirgee in Hindi. Let me make it a little more simple for you. Epilepsy is a brain disorder where there's abnormal activity in the brain. I'll make it more simple, in simple language. There's usually electrical boards in our house, right? And where there's electrical wires get entangled, right? And there's an electrical activity, boom, 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 boom. That's what happens in our brain. It's as simple as that. And we have a seizure. Now there are 65 million epileptic patients all over the world who have seizures. The problem is the stigma is so deep. I am here to talk about the stigma, the myths, that what will people say. There are about 45 plus seizures that happen, 45 types of seizures. Each seizure, each diagnosis, each epileptic seizure, each treatment is different. Let me tell you about me, myself. What happens to me when I have an epileptic seizure? I was 2 years old when I was dropped as a baby. Now I'm 52. Do I look 52? That's it, okay. So, I was 2 years old when I was dropped as a baby. So what happens to me when I have a seizure? My body goes in a spasm, my eyes roll up, my tongue gets cut, I sometimes pee in my clothes, I sometimes poo in my clothes, I forget where I am, I'm confused. It's very embarrassing. But what do normal people do? When I have a seizure, I've had seizures at the railway station, I've had seizures at the airport, I've had seizures on an escalator. What do people do? They make videos, they steal money from my wallet. Mind me, sorry if I stammer a little bit. It's not because of anxiety, it's because I was molested, sexually molested twice during an epileptic seizure. I am still taking therapy for it. So if I forget or if I stumble a little bit, please forgive me. I still haven't gotten over it. Once I was 15, I was molested, sexually molested. Once when I was breastfeeding my child, my daughter. Yet I'm standing strong here, a single mother who's left an abusive marriage and made my daughter a doctor in USA. But this story is not about me. This story is not about me. It's about the 65 million epileptics all over the world. I'm the voice for the voiceless. So what happens? There's so many kind people out here, and I'm sure you are out there. I'm sure you don't even know how to help when a seizure happens. You want to help, but you will not know how to help. Let me guide you. It may be, your friend, it may be a stranger, it may be in a metro, it may be anywhere in your local trains when somebody is having a seizure. Can I have the slide, please? What happens when a seizure happens? Stay with the person. If you have a jacket, if you have a purse, just put it under the person's head. Don't put anything in the mouth. These age-old myths of making them smell leather, and they are possessed with the evil spirits. Please, please do not believe in that. Please, you are the young generation. You are going to get married tomorrow. You are going to be entrepreneurs. You're going to start businesses. Please help us vulnerable patients. Most importantly, do not leave the patient. We are confused. We do not know. We want to go back to our families. Please help us go back to our families. Once I was in a cab. I had a seizure. I was going for my book launch. The cab chap abandoned me on the road. This happens very often with us. Do not show a little kindness. Mother Teresa once said, we humans are more hungry for love than for food. That's what we want. We want your love and we want your acceptance. Tomorrow you may run companies, you may open up a business. Please give us jobs. We are not given jobs. We are not even married. Oh, you've got epilepsy. Somebody comes to my house, they know I have epilepsy, they'll start sanitizing their hands. Can you believe it? We've gone to the moon, but our minds are still stuck in the gutter. Wake up, India, please wake up. You are the young generation. I plead you to go back to yesteryears, to your grandmothers, to your relatives, and wake their minds up. Please wake them up. So, I would like you to tell you about something. You all have grown up reading books. You have known some very famous people. Agatha Christie. Here, can I have the next slide? You know, these very famous people have had epilepsy. Can you believe it? And look where they've reached such dizzy heights. Did you know they had epilepsy? Our very own Sana Sheikh. I'm sure you didn't know that. You think they did not face challenges? You think they did not face stigma? I have so many medicines in a day. Even these people had. Yet we carry on. It's like any other disorder. It's like diabetes. It's like cancer. It's like heart attack. But why the stigma with us? What have we done? Why hold us apart? We are not invited for weddings. We are not invited when a baby is born. You know, epilepsy can happen to anybody, anytime. I know a lady, she was on the labor table, she was delivering her second child, she had a seizure. Now she's living with epilepsy. Yeah, epilepsy is like love, it can happen to anybody. Haven't you guys fallen in love? Then, come on, wake up. I've fallen in love so many times. So then epilepsy can happen to anybody. Why the stigma? It's so deep-rooted. It's so deep-rooted in the minds of people, in their hearts. It's in there that the person is possessed. A seizure is happening, but nobody even will touch the patient. They will let them lie there. They'll let the seizure keep happening. Please, please wake up. Please understand that this is just a disorder which can be controlled with medication. You just have to have a proper medication. That's it. Why let epilepsy consume you so much? Sorry. Why give it so much power? Epilepsy is just a part of me. It's not consumed me. I don't let it bother me. I just take a couple of pills and live my life. Come on. Wake up, India, wake up. 1 in 26 people will have epilepsy in their lifetime. Today, when you go back home, young people, when you go back to your rooms, ladies and gentlemen, when you drive back in your cars, among those 26 cars, when you're stuck in traffic, believe me, somebody will be in those families would be having epilepsy, but you wouldn't have been told about it. Go back to your rooms and call up your grandma, call up your mom, call up your relatives and ask them about epilepsy or mirgee. And believe me, they would tell you, oh, we didn't tell you because you would have been possessed by the evil spirit. Please educate your yesteryear's parents, your relatives. The young generation, you are so much more wiser. My daughter educates me. I'm such a dumbo sometimes. So please educate your parents. Please educate your relatives. Please wake them up. And please give jobs. Give a chance to, it's an invisible disability. But we are talented people. You saw the famous personalities. What is wrong with me? We have a disability, but we are the chosen ones. I call myself a chosen one. We are the chosen ones who can accomplish anything. Yes, we fall for a while, we collapse for a while, but then we are warriors, we get up. So when you go back today, call up and find out who's the epileptic in your family. When you see somebody fall, please help them. Show some kindness. In the end, I will say, we do not want your sympathy, we want your empathy. No, take away this line with you. We do not want your sympathy. We are warriors. We will fall, but we will rise. I will still end this talk with one word. I will say Jai Hind. Why Jai Hind? Because it is a national problem, but it's not been recognized yet. The day it will be recognized, I will request everyone to stand up and say it as a national anthem. Till then, Jai Hind. And thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, wear purple, purple. Whenever you think of epilepsy, think of me, a purple lady. Thank you.